Well, guys, thanks for coming to session 3. This is session 3. Can you believe it's been 3 sessions?
No.
We've played 3 sessions.
We have.
This is the 3rd convening of
Everyone.
the entire party in the story. So thanks for coming to play with me. We'll just see what happens. I've had to freestyle a lot more than I thought I would.
Well, you're freestyling pretty well.
Hey, that's all right.
What does anybody remember about where we left off?
Orcs attacked us in the middle of the night, and now we're all having to rest even longer to recover from it.
That's right.
Waterhole was poisoned.
And the waterhole was poisoned.
And our boss, Sir Paul McCartney, he passed out from too much bad water.
We stole his water skins.
And after he taunted us with water skins for an overprice, I took them all. I gave him 2 gold pieces and gave everybody the water skins.
We slew Purple Worm prior to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was
mostly
unbirthed from a purple worm's neck vagina.
Heroically, though.
That I heroically birthed from.
Born again.
Your companion, the barbarian Kodir, sliced his way out of the gullet of the purple worm. I do remember that was quite fun.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking even for me. I was like, okay.
Didn't think you guys would kill it that quickly.
Right, well, that's
but
what a
it
crit
was
will get you.
It was a baby. It was a wormling.
I was definitely freaking out. Like, oh, he's just decides to TPK us. Game 2. Kind of an odd choice, but, cool. Whatever.
So the party has been hastily assembled in the city of Fuxuth by your benefactor, Sir Paul. Sir Paul has obtained a contract from basically amounts to the mining guild in this town to bring back a party of miners from a valley deep in the desert. None of you have ever traveled past a day's journey away from town before, so this is new territory for everybody. And we left off with a long rest, so day dawns. What's the party doing?
Probably trying to get a bead on exactly where we are in relation to where we're going. Kind of.
Roll for survival.
All right.
I will give you assistance in that.
Thank
Roll
you,
with
sir.
advantage for survival.
Is this everybody or just him?
I rolled.
The party member who was talking was saying what his character is up to,
All right. Roll.
and
with
he would
advantage.
like to say again what you're attempting to do.
I'm just trying to determine where we are. Like, if I can really get a good handle on where we are and how far it is from where we are to where we're going. I got a 20.
You got a 20,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're quite certain that you are at the Oasis of Kulsum.
Okay.
Which, by the way, sidebar, out of character, is named after an Egyptian pop singer from the 70s and 80s.
That's awesome.
Vibin'. You're vibin'.
You're quite certain that you are
We're in this area.
at that oasis
Okay.
marked by the little palm tree.
Okay. And we're
Dead north of where we want to go. Mostly.
pretty much.
Sir,
All right.
Sir Paul awakens and he seems to be feeling better than he was previously.
Got over squitters. Am I over my squitters?
Oh, you! I believe you rolled for.
Did I?
I believe you rolled successfully on.
Well, I know
save
I
that
know it
asked
was.
for. I think Sir Paul was the only one that was poisoned.
Well, I had to roll. I had to fight with disadvantage in the last fight, which is why I was so useless.
Really?
Yeah.
You were still poisoned.
I was still poisoned.
when the orcs attacked.
Yep.
But Sir Paul fought with you. He was able to.
Yes.
But he had been asleep up until that point.
I think that is correct.
But
I
he
may
was
have
able
been
to.
on
He was able
watch.
to. I also remember him being at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So he and you were both poisoned.
Yes.
I don't remember anyone
I
being
think
poisoned but him.
he never got poisoned, and you got over it.
I never got poisoned.
Oh, okay.
Because I never drunk it. I
that's
got
right.
in, washed all the grime off of me, and that was it.
I believe I did.
Because I had water skins.
You rolled for. You rolled a successful con save for the battle, though.
Mhm.
I think that's what happened.
And he's a dwarf, so he had advantage.
Yeah, I drank it, and I even bottled it in my water skin. So don't
And then-
don't be drinking my water. I'll know.
And then and then I also just as a reminder also did the purify water
Yes.
for.
Let me hear Tutgrik tell the party what you just said.
Said, don't be drinking my water. I'll know.
You got inspiration. Point of inspiration to you.
Huzzah. Kind of cool thing is if we get robbed and someone takes my water skin, I'll be like,
No, don't take the water skin.
the dwarf's got the good water.
I believe a ceremony was performed
Yes.
to purify a portion of the water. Some water that everybody took is pure and good. That was one of your spell slots, or was that a ritual spell?
It was ritual, but it didn't. I mean, we were already out of. We were resting at that point. I
Can you
believe,
read
right?
the ritual spell to me? Just because I can't remember what it says.
One action, 10 feet, instantaneous, verbal, somatic. All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. So we rounded up everything and got it inside of my sphere of influence
And left some in a sacrifice tent for anybody else
We
that
did.
might
That's
happen
right.
to come
and
along
left a note,
wanting
I
to drink it.
believe.
Yeah, I made some signs
Yeah, that's right.
with a skull.
No drink.
What is Kodir doing as the party awakens and makes ready to leave?
Oil my muscles. No, I look around. I see
Eat some sand.
the orcs. Their heads are on pikes, right?
Are they?
They should be.
They will be before sun rises.
You awaken to see your barbarian friend putting the heads of the orcs that attacked you the previous night on pikes.
Yeah, just bits of wood sharpened and stuck in the ground. Hands too, feet.
What is our cleric up
body.
to?
Beautiful sight.
I had been in probably some sort of deep study with the morning through some text that I had acquired prior to coming to this arid desert. I was working on some translations for it was for our religious sect, but I'm not really sure exactly what the need or purpose was. So I was spending some time doing that in the mornings.
Just as a point of order, a curiosity of mine, are you starting this day with the same spells you had the day before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't feel a need to change. I actually did a shift prior to us leaving the Fuxuth.
I should also know
Area.
that I am also preparing the same spells of fist and axe
Muscle wizard.
from the day before.
What is Tukrik up to?
Wiping any remaining orc gore off of my hammers. Checking my gear, checking my buckles, and wrapping myself with the cloth, getting ready for travel. And I guess preparing the camel the best I know. Are the camel? You still have the camels? Do the
Camels are tied to.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, they're still hanging out. The
So,
orcs, I guess somehow they did not molest the camels. They must have been planning on stealing those from you after you were dead.
good morning, Humpy. How you doing?
And your paladin friend, he is already at his camel and he's packed up and he says, "Well, I feel much better, lads." Just kidding. He does not have a Liverpool accent.
It's good.
Didn't think so.
Doo-be-doo-be-doo.
I don't know, Joe. What do you think, Hunkers?
I got a hole in my pocket.
It's just packed with peanuts. It's like a little man on the end of the candy bar feeding peanuts into the other side. He seems to feel much better, and he would like to leave now that it is first light. You have 13 hours of light left to make it to your destination, which seems to be due south of here. We said
We have to skirt this here a little bit.
How many of those squares can we get? I can't remember.
it's about an hour
Yeah.
to cross one via camel. So
It's 11 to here.
Delcom studies the map.
Yeah, kind of orient myself and say, well, it's definitely. I mean, I again don't know. I can't speak for the accuracy of the map, but according to this map,
The map is to the best knowledge we have of the area, which I'll grant you is not great in certain regards.
but I think that we're probably about, if we're not stopped again, we're probably about 11 hours from the north ridge of the canyon, or what are we calling this? A canyon?
Wadi
Wadi.
Kharib.
Wadi. I'll let you. We'll deep fake that in later.
Gesundheit.
The wadi is basically
Wadi?
Yeah, it's a wadi, which is a desert geological feature, sort of like a dried up riverbed,
cool.
canyon type of. Yeah, it's like a canyon. A river may have once flowed through
Magical
there
rivers
if
in the sky.
the climate were different. I don't remember putting the compass at the top. What's the key to get rid of that again?
See?
That makes sense. C and then take C. Okay. So what are you suggesting is we ride today to the north edge of the wadi and camp there?
Or we could go a little bit further. We have enough light, I believe, to either go here or here.
The best information that I have is that they are somewhere on the north-facing edge of the wadi, which would be.
Okay. Which would be.
We expect to find them somewhere.
Okay.
Across this ridge line,
Okay.
which is going to take several hours to at least ride across to search it.
Is this completely impassable? Or could we pass through?
What looks to me on the map is that we could pass either side of that middle ridge.
Here or here?
All of this is open desert with
Okay.
canyons on either side. So
I see.
it looks as if we could enter this way or come through this way.
Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we could get here in about 10 hours.
Either way, we'll need enough water to sustain everybody. Does everybody have enough water?
Yeah.
And he says, if you don't have enough water, he starts to look in his pack, and then he kind of trails off. Has a puzzled look on his face.
Do you have enough water? You were drinking a lot last night.
He rummages. He's through his pack. No, I'm fine. I've brought enough provisions for myself, to be sure.
All right. Well, just yell if you need any.
Let's away then, shall we? He mounts his steed and starts to ride south.
Okay. Codir, shall we continue scanning the horizon for any coming baddies? Like one of us can help the other, use the help action.
I've already been scanning the horizon for baddies. Which I will roll now. I take it you're going to give me a
Yes.
What are you rolling?
perception.
What are you trying to perceive?
Just keeping an
Any
eye on the
oncoming
horizon.
baddies? What did you get?
I got a 17. I'm also keeping an active perception as opposed to a passive perception.
There's a very faintly perceptible rumbling sound. Feels like it's coming from south. Headed north towards you.
Oh, yay. There's some thunderous rumbling sound heading towards us, which probably another worm.
Oh, great.
Where are we?
North of it.
I mean, where are we? Are we like around here?
How long have we been riding? Maybe this is within the first hour of having left your campsite from the night before.
It's going to be that kind of day.
So you're in the next hex south of that.
Okay. Not quite to those rocks. Or those mountains.
You guys are you riding? What marching? I need a marching order, I suppose, so I know
I would probably be in
what your leader can he hear you guys talking? Where are we riding? Are we riding in a single file line? Is it a group? You guys riding abreast of each other?
Maybe 2 by 2.
Yeah, I am. If I'm not directly in the front, I'll be behind him. So
He and I are kind of
I will
comparing
say that the two of you and Sir Paul are clustered about 10 feet behind the two of you who are riding. You would be riding up ahead to navigate and to scan the horizon. So nobody hears your conversation amongst the rest of the party.
Okay.
But you hear this like, I can't make the sound. Why can't I make the sound?
It's pretty loud.
It's not playing back. I guess it is.
It is there. Just faint.
I turn around and yell at the rest of the
Can I
group.
mix the sound of the sound pad up? I can't. Okay, well you do hear this faint rumbling.
Everybody
sound
hears it now?
approaching.
I turn over
Not
my shoulder.
everybody, just the two of you.
Just open the garage door downstairs. That does it pretty good.
I yell at the group
Yeah.
behind us that there is something heading towards us.
Worm sign.
Don't say that. I just say there's something heading towards us.
Sir Paul yells back to you, "Worm sign!" Just kidding. He didn't do that. I don't know why I said that.
It's hard not to make Dune jokes.
I know, right?
You're kind of in a desert.
It is tough. Yeah. It's okay. I think it's permissible.
Tell me of your homeworld, Usul.
So yeah, it seems a little bit louder now. Let me just pause for one moment. Does anybody have anything they would be doing?
Once we realized that something was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once you've gotten the word that there's something coming on the horizon.
All right.
It's
Is
still maybe you're not sure. Roll again for nature, and I'll tell you if you can discern the distance the rumble might be.
Nature or survival?
Nature.
Nature? Okay, I don't have that squirrel, but sure. 6?
You're not sure how far off it might be. But I will say, on your perception roll, you look and you don't see that mound of dirt movement yet.
Okay.
So, I don't know who I can talk to.
You can talk to anybody.
Okay, they can
You
hear
guys
me.
are just
I
kind of
couldn't hear
clustered
that.
up.
Shouting.
So, maybe we get off our mounts and wait. Because I tell you, I'm little and I don't want to be stuck on this camel and get thrown off when this thing pops up. Maybe we stop and wait a little bit and see what happens.
I agree with this.
And if it, maybe it'll go away and we can go on our way.
Okay.
But I'd rather
Go ahead and put your minis on the board then.
All right.
Up here?
This is the same battle map as last time, but it's just, nondescript desert. There's a couple of boulders about.
I move my camel to the rocks, and I suggest everybody else do the same.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And then after that, I'll move forward a bit.
Okay, so we'll say that your camels are all tethered somehow on that cluster
Over
of
here.
rocks. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get up on this one. I'll have to get by my lonesome so I can get sneak attack on anything.
Oh my God, Sir Paul's invisible.
Sir Paul, I forgot to grab him from over here.
Sir Paul.
Paulie.
Hey, Paulie.
Sir Paulie.
Paulie, I'm really sorry. I let you down. I'm going to have to jump my back on you now.
Forget about it.
You made a jerk. You made a jerk. You made a jerk.
Sir Paulie.
It's funny that you guys are making that joke because he's based on Polly Walnuts from The Sopranos. And Paul McCartney, very loosely.
Are these clean?
Since they're so similar. There's so much crossover between them.
There is no crossover. That's why I chose to use traits from both guys.
That's fantastic.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So after a few moments, you see a very large mound of dirt moving off on the horizon. The heat's kind of rising up off of the sand, and you see it coming towards you. You see it coming towards you. It seems to be moving very quickly.
Does it
Like-
seem like it's the same size as the previous one?
Roll nature. Roll for
Nature.
nature. A nature check, if you please.
That's going to be a... Do I have nature? I do. That is going to be a 23.
Because sometimes the desert can play tricks on your eyes.
Sure.
And something will look bigger or smaller than it really is because you're not sure how far off it is. But as it comes closer, you can see it's visibly a lot larger than the mound that you saw yesterday.
Okay.
What's your LFIC?
I think it's a big one. Whatever it is, it's going to be a lot meaner than the last one.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh, it's a good time to have that.
17.
I got a 5.
Really? Because I got a 4.
I have a 17 also.
So don't feel so bad.
You had a 5.
Yeah.
You had a 17 as well.
Yes.
You had a 4.
I had a 4.
You're facing down. with this giant purple worm. I just showed him the picture.
That's the best I could throw together in seconds.
That's good.
Is that Codir flying over the top?
Right.
Maybe.
That's got to be the elf there underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely no eyeballs.
Very cool.
It's the worst case of penal chlamydia I've
Oh my
ever
God.
seen.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
little too much docking.
Totally
going
walk
on.
with that
There's a
rhythm,
lot
man.
of talking.
It's the only way these guys are sensing movement is through vibration. Player knowledge. I'm guessing. Or player
Player
guessing.
knowledge.
Player guessing.
Yeah.
So this happens.
Yay.
The worm is going to go first.
Yay.
It's going to move on its turn and stop about here.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
No. Really, we're looking at the scene. That's just for reference and whatnot. Those hexes are still 10 feet across, but
Oh,
you're
okay.
facing down with this giant purple worm that you see on the PJ screen, and it does not in any way look like a sorry token. And it's
That
going
could be
to. It's at least.
Just a little thing coming out of the
It's at least
sand.
towering 30 feet out of the earth, and you can't even see the whole of it because some of it is still underground, and it is going to use its action to pound the ground with its maw and cause a sinkhole to open underneath Sir Paul.
Who's there? Okay.
And he is swallowed up by the earth. Take him off the board.
All right. Cool.
That was quick.
Good thing he stole his ruler.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. We don't need him anymore.
Did he pay us?
Oh yeah, there's that thing.
Oh,
well.
Because I mean, if he did, let's just.
Let's just go.
That's a problem for later.
You can worry about your payment once you're out of peril. Right now, you're facing down with this giant thing that's towering 30 feet above you, and Toothgrick is up.
All right.
Wait a second.
How close? How far?
Yeah, that seems right.
Did you say 14 or 17?
17.
17.
Yeah, we both got the same.
Who has the higher
11.
dex mod?
Well,
Who
0.
has the higher dex mod?
Mine's +1. I rolled a 16.
You got it. It's you first.
Okay. Okay, I got my crossbow out, and yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
You say these are 10? These hexes are 10?
10 feet.
Okay. Oh boy.
Just look and see if there's anything.
This might be a.
All right. Oh, bolliger. Well, I got a 6.
The arrow goes wide. Does you do anything else on your turn?
The ground shaking and you just pew.
As you feel the rumble that swallowed up
I'm good. I'll put it over there, yeah.
your companion in the
Yeah,
full
okay.
plate armor, it knocks you off balance. And
I
the
fall
aim
down.
is faulty. You don't fall. You're able to keep your balance, but
Okay.
your aim is faulty, and the arrow goes
Man,
wide.
that's good.
You will end your turn there.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know.
You could move.
You could move. You have movement.
I don't know if you want to move.
You could get about 2.5 hexes. Oh wait, nope. I'm sorry. That's considered rough terrain. You can get about a hex and a half.
Oh, shite.
All right, I'll move a hex and a half in the other direction.
The other direction? Okay, so we're going to go like
Backwards.
here.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Leorke.
Fireball? Meteor storm?
I have some plans.
Good
To start, I will grasp my my staff tightly. I close my eyes, recite some verbiage, and my staff begins to glow as I cast or magic weapon.
Yeah.
What does that do?
It basically gives +1 to
The staff.
To the staff, both. Yeah.
Okay. You see your cleric companion's staff begin to glow with an otherworldly light.
And I will retreat back just a bit and move behind my party members.
How far can you get with your movement?
I don't know.
Those
What
are
are
10-foot
these?
hexes,
These are 10-foot hexes?
and so you have half your movement.
There we go. Half my movement.
It's rough terrain.
Rough
Right,
terrain.
it's
Oh yeah, I heard
difficult
that.
terrain.
Yeah. So that was like 2.
And
I guess if they're 10, I mean I can't split 30. So yeah, just indescript hex behind 2 grid.
Delcom.
I am going to bonus action, cunning action, hide. And then I'm going to hold an attack until...
Not sure I can let you hide. You might not want to waste your cunning action
Ah.
in that way. There's no cover near you.
Yes, but I have a special thing which allows me to hide when there's basically with nothing.
What?
I can't remember what it's called.
Damn you, rogue. Okay, I'll allow it. I trust you.
And I am on a rock.
I trust you. You're on a rock?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm
You're
gonna
hiding behind the rock that you were on.
and I'm going to
Got it.
I'm going to hold my attack until this is in regular range, which I don't think it is right now. It wouldn't be. So, because my regular range is only 80. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once it's around here, if it gets there, I'm just gonna hold my shot because I would just miss it, I'm sure, at this point.
Codir.
See, I will use a dash action. So my movement and my dash would normally make that, just make sure, yep, 60 feet. So it'd only be 30 feet in this situation. So,
3.
1, 2, 3. And, I will go ahead and use my bonus action to begin my rage. I will yell profanities at it. Call it a big, nasty penis.
You see,
You're a nasty penis
you see, you see an enraged look on your human friend's face as he dashes across the sand in the direction of the
There
beast.
could be no bigger phallic object in this desert but me.
So your paladin friend's turn is next, and he did not roll high enough to try to claw his way out of the sinkhole that he is in.
That's okay. He's probably safe.
Probably really sandy, and he's not able to get purchase. But you, if anybody were noticing that way, it just looks like a sinkhole in the ground where he once was.
I think he's dead and gone, so I don't care.
There may be...
Paul is dead.
For Paul, I will get vengeance.
It would be 28 if he had lived, according to the license plate on the back of that VW.
Ooh. What's this business?
You all notice from behind those boulders in the distance, a cloaked figure appears. And the next thing that you notice, the worm explodes in a fiery fucking ball
All right.
Oh.
It fails its dexterity save, so it's going to take the full damage of the fireball. Which is... Does anybody know off the top of their hands what fireball damage is?
Starting, it's 8d6.
8d6 for a third level fireball spell.
Jesus.
And it can be upcast, and I believe it gets 2d6 every
Per
level
level.
it's
Yeah.
upcast, yeah. Because it's ridiculously broken.
Oh, come on.
I believe it's 20-foot radius, though I could be wrong. Why am I
That
even
sounds right.
guessing? I got the
Yeah,
book
that-
right
that sounds
fucking
right.
here.
Starts with 8d6, you said?
Yes.
Goes up a d6 every level.
I believe it goes up. Yes, a d6 every level. I was incorrect. And the radius. Of course, it's 20-foot radius. Yeah, 20-foot sphere.
Okay. You see a large fireball erupt around the worm. And you feel the heat washing over you. It's hot already out here. It's desert. It's not that late in the day yet, so it's not sun beating down upon you yet. You just feel this wave of heat rush over you as the worm explodes. Gigantic fireball hits it, and it's the worm's turn, and it's going to burrow back down into the ground. And you feel it rumbling, and you feel it rumble for another minute, and it feels as if it's getting deeper and farther away. And
Retreated.
we are now out of initiative.
All right. Well, I stabbed myself with a fork.
Wasted a spell slot.
I wasted
Damn it.
rage.
I wasted a hide.
What else are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, in that case, since it's seeming left, I'm going to go rescue Paul while I still have a rage and advantage on strength checks. And
Well, that's a good idea.
And
Okay.
Roll
Pull
versus,
him.
yeah, roll versus
So within
sand.
the first minute after this worm has vacated, you're over there. You've
In
dashed
search of
over
Sir Paul.
to the sinkhole, and you're trying to dig him
Somewhere
out.
yonder.
Mhm.
Go ahead and
I-
roll a strength check for that.
Okay.
Can I? You've already got advantage, right? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I watch.
Yeah.
That would be a 19.
Hey. Hey.
If that don't get it,
20 might.
true. This is true.
Yes, you are able to.
I just reach into the sand, grab
you're
him by the
able to-
face,
you're
and
able
just
to
lift him.
Find, you're able to find his outstretched hand.
A melon.
Which is
Oh.
grasping, and you pull him from the sand, and
Right.
he coughs and spits out sand.
There's my rage for the day.
You have rescued Sir Paul from the desert.
Good.
And you see this figure that's not so far away. He's a little ways away, but he is approaching, and you see him outstretch his hand is outstretched like this. Universal symbol for howdy.
Figure in black. Sorry.
As he gets a little closer, you can hear his voice, and he says, "Hello there!
Huh.
Well met!" You hear, "Well met!" It's still a little ways away. All you see is the black robes.
Oh.
I just glare at him.
There's a scimitar on the mini. Just disregard the scimitar on the mini. That's just happens to be there on that mini. That's the only
Kind of annoyed he
cloaked
took
mini
the kill.
that I have available. So there's no scimitar, but there is he's got a staff in his hands.
All right.
What is the party doing?
I'm looking around, just kind of.
I'm glaring at him wearily, slightly annoyed that he took my kill.
General. Oh, is he coming to us?
Yeah.
He's on his way towards you.
Oh, okay.
I keep my guard up.
I start to move towards the camels to just
Perception.
protect the camels if need be. The camels also hacked as I walked up to them.
They what now?
Hacked.
Oh,
Playing in the sound effect.
nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aesop.
They're trying to eat random things in the desert. Not advised.
They're pulling up little bits of.
But I'm going to check on them.
They're pulling up little bits of vegetation and hacking them back up.
I
I'm-
ask this stranger, what's he doing in the desert?
I live here.
What is it he seeks from us?
Greetings, travelers.
I'm annoyed he took my kill.
Do you want to talk to him?
That's what I just glare at him. I asked him what's he doing out here, and then I just glare at him.
So thanks for your help, stranger. What is your name?
I'm Diosinius. What is yours?
Well, my name's Tutgrik.
He looks around at all of you.
I slowly come out of my hiding place. Kind of wave.
I guess I'd be over here, wouldn't I? Because I was helping him out of the hole.
I'm, Delcom. Thanks for blowing up the worm.
My pleasure.
I was afraid of it.
What are you lot doing traveling this deep out in the desert? Are we out here to mine? Are we mining for ore or something of the like?
I look over to our Sir Paul.
Sir Paul answers him.
I'm with this guy.
Sir Paul tells him it's none of his business. It's none of your business.
We are headed in the direction of the Wadi, though.
Got mining business to attend to, I'd assume.
Mining adjacent business, you might say.
Well, it's a good thing I was here. That worm would have had you for its supper.
You're probably right. Do you talk with the miners much?
Oh, from time to time, when I am visiting the Oasis nearby, they will happen by, and I will have a few words with them.
How believable is he?
Roll for insight.
Yeah, I don't think I have a very good one. Let's see.
As he's perceiving that, I'm bringing the camels back to all of the respective members.
9.
He seems very sincere to you.
Okay, awesome.
Well, you look a bit more adventurous than the types I usually see out here.
Well, thanks.
Other than their security and bodyguard details, I don't normally see groups of adventurers in this neck of the woods, so to speak. This neck of the desert. You do realize there's worms out here, yeah?
We've caught that.
Completely missed me. Had no idea.
What are you doing out here without some sort of powerful magic?
What's his name? Dionysus?
Diosinius.
Diosinius. Question, do you know what attracts the worms?
Rhythmic vibrations, my good man.
Damn, knew it.
What attracts them? They travel throughout the desert. They can carve right through the rock. They're quite pesky, but also necessary for the ecosystem. I do have some magic that can protect you from them.
Oh, really?
I'm a wizard.
A wizard, mind you.
turned me into a newt.
Very two powerful gods.
I got better. Are you traveling to the Wadi as well?
Oh no, I live here.
Oh, I see.
Just over that ridge, as a matter of fact.
What do you eat?
Oh, this and that. I'm able to catch reptilian fare. Sometimes I will make a drink. Sometimes I'll conjure up food with magic,
Well, that's gotta be nice.
if necessary.
I
am just a lonely hermit. I live out here alone and study.
There's an Oasis up there that's got really bad water. Don't drink it. It's unless you wanna. Never mind.
You do have to be careful with the local water. It sometimes can be not so pure.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
If you'll come with me to my hovel, I can propose a solution to your worm problem.
I have a solution to the worm problem.
Well, his solution is a bit unique. We'd love to hear what your solution is.
But we're on a time-sensitive journey.
I'm sensitive, you say? So you would be opposed to taking a detour from your appointed round?
I think that's what I just said. In the politest way I could imagine.
Sir Paul holds a hand on your shoulder, and he is very thankful for your help getting him out of the hole. And he says, let's hear him out. The schedule's what I say it is.
I don't say anything.
I think we're going to the wizard's house.
Apparently so.
Are you?
I think Leorke would speak up and say, "Traveler, is your home nearby to the south?"
It's just over this ridge. He points behind him. It's sort of
Assuming he's pointing to the south, possibly.
He's pointing towards an outcropping of rock, like a megalith. It's just over. It's visible from where you are. It's not to the south. It's to the west or the east.
Okay.
But you could walk there in a few minutes.
Oh,
okay.
Well, if it's close by, sure.
Why not?
You accompany the wizard Diosinius to his hovel that's nearby. It's just a cave. It's in one of those, like on the screen. It's a cave in one of those. It's quite small. It's full of bookshelves and a small hearth. And there's a curtain over a doorway that leads deeper into the cave. But he offers each of you a coffee or a tea. He has it on a silver tray and hands it around. Anybody that would like one can have one. Codir rejects the offer. Yes?
I would take it. Yeah, Leorke would take it.
Would you take tea, Mr. Tootgrick?
I'll take it.
3 of you, and Paul has one too. 3 of you have tea, 1 of you does not. And he has a tea as well. And he begins to regale you with stories of
The Clone Wars.
the clone.
Great minds think alike.
Sorry. Does he give one of us the lightsaber?
Please.
Sorry.
He doesn't have a lightsaber.
Dang it.
Not here.
I was hoping it would
He
be
buried it in the desert.
That's right.
Don't ever remember owning a dwarf.
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster.
He claims to be a property of Diosinius the wizard.
Great fun. Fun time.
Sorry, go ahead.
If you take this poultice and carry it with your party, the worms will not come near you. Take it. He tosses it onto the coffee table you were sitting around.
Smell it.
Smells like vaguely like earth and root.
Huh. You made this.
Hi.
Where did you find the ingredients? Is it just local or?
I had some miners travel to town and bring it back to me.
Interesting.
I'm not as fair for traveling as I once was. Which brings me to my proposition. There is a location to the west of here. There's a book in that location.
Side quest.
And he takes out an obsidian disc that's been polished like really smooth as a mirror on one side. It's rough on the other, and he shows it to the party. And did you make a graphic for me? Did you make a graphic for me?
In there. I think at the bottom. Might be inside of that one. Yep.
So reflected in this surface of this obsidian disc, he shows this book to you. This is a wizard's tome. With this disc, I have scried its location in a lost temple to the west of here.
Codir jumps up, witch, and walks out of the cave.
Leorke would go closer to the disc, inspecting the image as deep as he can.
Yeah. Memorizing and whatnot.
Yeah. Whatever, anything you could see. The book intrigues him.
This text would be quite useful to me. I've not encountered any adventuring party of your stature in quite some time. I think if you take this protection poultice from worms, you would be able to make the trek. It's less than an hour's ride west of Oasis, Hawass. If you bring this book back to me, I'll make it worth your while.
I'm about 5.
Is it worth our while?
Sir Paul seems interested.
Be nice to not have to deal with those worms anymore. I will admit, they're kind of scary. I'm not very big, you know.
I don't know that we have the necessary power to fend it off on our own.
I have a 20th.
You're not there!
Fist.
You're outside.
I am.
This is a conversation between Sir Paul and
Eating
the 3
cookies
remaining
outside.
party
Let's do an externalization.
What say you?
He did save our lives, and there are worse things than having a favor from a wizard. I say, you know, if Sir Paul is fine with it, then we do it.
Sir Paul.
This is the whole reason I came here to the
Yeah.
north.
Sir Paul, a thoughtful look will come across his face, and he'll say, "What else do you know of the location?" To which Diosinius replies, "It's a temple. I believe the book is in a library contained therein. I know that it is there because through my research it is going to be in excellent condition for its age because it has an arcane protection about it. I would assume that there would be other texts nearby it. However, their conditions I cannot guarantee."
Leorke would speak up. Where have you obtained this knowledge from? Is it something that's been told to you, or you are certain of?
I have scried it. I am a wizard of divination. I I've come through this knowledge.
His
through my
disc.
magic.
Echoing from the
Diosinius the Divinenaut is my full name and title.
Echoing from the entrance of the cave. Witch!
Please excuse my friend.
Don't mind it. They're simple
You
folk.
like books, right? Could he take some of those books?
I have to say I am...
If you bring me the book of which I request, any additional treasure is yours. I care not for it. Only this book.
I am searching for text aside from this. I would ask that we go if we can.
Sounds good to me. I'd do just about anything to stay away from those big worms again.
Sir Paul agrees. He pulls out his map, and he's been studying the map for the last few minutes, and he says, I think if we travel almost due west with a few degrees south, we could make that trip today. We could make it to the Oasis today and find that site. Then travel southeast to the Wadi Gharib from there. Or
So
even
it's-
to Zafir Oasis to make, refill supplies and whatnot.
So he's saying it's somewhere around here, the temple?
It's going to be in this
Okay.
hemisphere.
Oh, that Oasis.
Yes. Friends, I do understand that this is a bit out of our way, but this definitely is leaning deep towards the purpose of my mission here. I do ask that we go.
Witch! We'll have to owe Kodir a favor. Because I think it'll be hard to convince him to go.
He can remain here with me if he's too afraid.
But
He's quite safe here, I assure you.
I don't know that he would enjoy staying with you.
Oh.
he's a little
Racist against wizards.
racist against wizards.
You'll have to forgive me as a hermit. I tend to miss certain social cues at times.
Yes, political correctness has changed a bit out here in the desert from what it was.
So I can count on you then to retrieve this book for me. If you do so, I will pay you 500 gold piece
Hey,
Each.
as a group.
he's still pretty good.
Just want to clarify.
Very well then. And he gives the poultice to Delcum.
Okay.
Hands it to you.
Oh, God.
Just hang that on your camel's saddle.
God, great.
The worms will not come near.
Thanks.
It's quite potent.
Ugh. Potent. I'll step outside of I'll kind of smile and step outside into the cave, and I'll say, "Hey, Kodir,
Killed the witch yet?
how would you like to make an extra 100 gold pieces?
Killing the witch?
The witch we're gonna leave.
Good, he can starve to death in the desert.
Sure. We have a little bonus mission, if you're interested.
Oh, Sir Paul wants us to do something else now?
Yes, Sir Paul does. It's definitely Sir Paul that wants us to do this.
Okay.
Temple, find a book, bring the book back.
To Sir Paul?
Yeah, over here someplace. He wants to look at it over here. We're fine. How are you?
You confuse me, little man.
Yeah, it's just a quick little thing just to go over, look at a temple. I'm sure nothing weird will happen, but it's an extra 100 gold pieces.
Why hasn't Sir Paul told me this?
He's having tea. He's finishing his tea.
It's probably poison. It's witch pee.
Yeah, it's certainly possible.
You're all going to be turned into newts.
That might be preferable. Anyway, everybody else is going, so I don't know if you are interested in going.
I will have to protect you from the worms.
Yes, well, we've got... Yeah. Yeah, you will have to do that.
You're holding the pulses too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we need to put it on each one of the camels? Or just one? Okay.
One of the artifact is going to be good to keep worms
Okay.
from approaching the party.
Then I'll put it on mine. Be like,
Just to make sure
yeah,
that it
Extra.
comes to you last.
yeah, exactly.
While in the hermit's home, is there anything else that is
Diosinius the Divinenaut.
Yeah. Inside of this,
is
inside of
his home.
his home cave of sorts, is there anything else that stands out that we could notice?
Roll for perception. Are you trying to notice anything in particular?
I mean, if there's anything that looks out of place, or
Suspicious?
yeah. I mean, we're taking this guy at his word, and
Right.
I just want to see if there's anything around that would lead me to think that his intentions are not pure.
Roll for insight. Roll again for perception. Give me the insight.
22 for insight.
Good insight. Now give me a perception roll for
The viewing.
the surrounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10.
So it looks
Much
pretty,
more insightful than perceptive.
looks pretty shabby. You don't really notice anything out of place for a hermit's hovel, other than the bookshelves look pretty nice for the room. And the books on the bookshelf are like they seem out of place because it's a hovel and a cavern, and the books are like the nicest thing in there. They all look like what you would imagine wizards like arcane tomes to look like. So it doesn't look out of place. Doesn't really look like there's anything evil around. You're not inciting any evil
Okay.
in your surroundings here.
Okay. So I'll keep it to myself.
So you feel pretty good about his intentions, that he has told you the truth, that he would like you to bring him this book.
Okay. Before we leave, I would ask, is there any other knowledge you have about this library?
What would you like to know?
Who curated it?
Oh, my boy, you are going to see one of the best preserved temples of the Nine, in my knowledge, in the area of the Canyonic civilization.
Leorke.
It's a canyonic phase archaeological site.
Okay.
It was inhabited maybe 3,000 to 6,000 years in the past. Do you know much about the Canyonic people?
Do I?
Roll for history.
I do not know if I do or don't. 18.
18, yes. You've studied the Canyonic civilization. You're aware that they used to exist in this area 3,000 to 6,000 years ago.
I am familiar and intrigued and Leorke's
Well, you're off
hair.
to see some very nice.
Just
You're off to see a very, very,
Cloak
very
rises
nice
in
example of Kenyanic site from the Balhuth era.
Great. Well, thanks for the information. I think we're gonna get going. He starts to kind of
But
pack his
I
things up
have
and
so
just
much
get-
more to tell you about the. He starts to launch into a history lesson.
Oh, okay. As he does. He packed up his stuff, but he's also like has his like notes out and it's like and yep.
Cool.
Well, you must be on your way. Good luck. Bring me the book back.
Okay, thank you so
Bring
much.
up Kenyonic civilization of the wizard, didn't you?
Which?
Yeah, I would pack up the rest of our things and kind of hurry us on our way if you could.
Yeah.
Moving with more promptness than before.
I'd like to
Yeah.
ask Leorke a question.
Yeah.
Do you know any of these food spells like the wizard Diosinius was talking about?
I do. I would have to study my notes for a moment, but
Just
it
for the
wouldn't
sake of interest.
be too difficult.
My voice keeps changing. I can't seem to maintain my Scots accent. Hey,
Too great. But yeah, he would he would just give some comfort, and that I think I can help in those times.
let's get some White Castle.
You have a create food and drink spell.
Mhm.
Is that a first level spell?
Yeah.
No, not create food and drink. No.
Or is it second?
Actually, I think it's third.
I didn't think you could do that one yet.
Purify food and drink. You can do at first level.
I might be thinking of.
Which, if you're
I'm
smart-
thinking of create and destroy water.
Yeah,
That's
create
what it
and
is.
water, yeah.
Yeah.
You can create water, and you can, if you're smart, you can use purify food and drink to pretty much will make anything edible.
Mm-hmm.
If you play it right.
Yeah, that's what I was confusing it with. But at that rate, our. I mean, we packed provisions at Fuxuth. Yeah.
You have enough
So-
provisions to maybe last 5 days.
Well,
And
it's
then-
always good to know if there's someone in the group that can magic up food.
Understood.
Just down the road.
Understood. Yeah, I will do my part.
So, the group travels. You can take your minis off the board. And you have left the area of Kulsum to make your way towards Hawass. What's our marching order?
I would say
Same
same
as
The
before?
same. I think we started to follow some sort of natural progression at this point. Like
Odir and
succession.
Delcom ride up front, the rest of us clustered behind.
Active perception.
Active perception, and you're navigating. Let me have some survival rolls from you. Give me like 4 survival
Okay.
rolls.
Aid or help.
Oh, yeah.
So roll them at advantage.
Make sure. Okay. That's going to be a 13 and a 18 and a 17 and a 26.
Cool.
Thanks, Codir.
Everybody roll me a percentile roll, just for shits and grins.
Wouldn't want us getting lost. 10. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, 10.
10.
25.
35.
48.
Okay.
T-Matt shows up.
Finally.
All these years of gaming.
Finally.
Shot a fireball at Orcus once. Of course, it didn't do anything because he's a demon. But I did it.
Felt powerful at that moment.
Yeah, it's like,
the moment of release. Yeah.
A lenient game master allowed me to, at a 23rd level cleric, summon create water, and then cast bless on the bless water,
Nice.
turning it into holy
Holy
water,
water.
over Orcus.
Oh shit.
We melted him in his own temple, in his own plane.
Nice.
Because he took like 21,000 some odd d6s in damage.
Jeez.
Because we tried to start doing the
The
math
math,
and
yeah.
all the gallons that
Right.
came raining down, and how that would affect him. I mean, it just got ridiculous quick.
So that would have been 2e.
Yeah,
guessing.
no, that was 3.5.
Oh, really?
Like I said, it had a lenient game master.
Right.
So
He wanted to do it too.
yeah, oh no, he thought that was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Reward creative thought.
True.
So with your excellent survival, I would say the party is right on course. You've ridden, I moved the token about halfway there, saying that's about, half the day's travel. I'd say you guys have been traveling about 7 hours since the early morning, since you left Diosinius's hut, his hovel, with really no trouble to speak of. You're actively perceiving a sparse desert. The sand is whipping at your faces as it does. It's feeling like you're feeling a little sand blessed. About half a day's travel, but I would say you come upon a nice stopping place where you might have a little light lunch after half day's travel. I'd say, what did I say, 13 hours? You could travel up to 15 hours in the day, but there's 13 hours of light. You're halfway through daylight, so the sun is about at its zenith, and you guys find a shady patch under one of these megaliths where there's an overhang, and Paul motions that it's rest time, and you'll dismount and have a light lunch. Okay. And as you do, he saunters over to you and asks you, "What brought a man like you to a place like this?"
When you say a man like me, what do you mean by that?
I've seen the miracles you can do. That flash of light from your hand, it burnt that orc to bits, to cinders, to ash. I've seen what you can do. What are you doing here?
I only act through the gods, through their bidding and through their grace. Where I go and what I do is dictated by them, and only them.
I used to be a man of your convictions. I used to be a paladin in the Order of Iron Hand. Which is, you've heard of it before.
Okay.
It's a well-respected group of knights.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore. I've left that religion behind, but seeing what you can do through your faith in the gods intrigues me.
Why did you leave your faith?
A troubled look comes across his face, and he roll an insight for me.
23.
The look that comes across his face clues you in that he's uncomfortable talking about it. Do you want to press him farther or let it go?
That was a 23.
It's my ma, you see. I left the order because of my ma.
Puts a hand on his shoulder.
He's only confiding in, you feel he's only confiding this into you because you're a holy man. And he's nostalgic because he once was a paladin of the Nine. I broke my oath, you see. I found out found out through nefarious circumstances that my ma was actually my aunt, and my real ma was a sister of the Nine. She broke her vows and had me, and gave me to her sister to raise as her own. So I've had some turmoil in my life recently when I found this out. I forsook my vows and came up here to be a sellsword.
Well, you know that has nothing to do or no bearing on you or your life. You create your own path. And your faith can only solidify the path that you walk. Maybe some prayer will help.
You see a single tear come from his duct.
As my hand is still on his shoulder, I close my eyes, tilt my head, and pray for him at that time.
So your temple sent you up here.
Yes and no. I am on a quest for text.
Text. What text? Religious text.
Again, yes and no. It's a sort of a discovery quest of sorts. And this library may hold the key to why I am sent.
For your order.
For the gods.
I'll be watching. I find it fascinating you can use their divine influence so tactfully in this world. I've never seen a true cleric before. You seem to be the real thing.
Leorke's never heard anything like that before, so he feels odd as it being told to him.
What?
What would the rest of the party be doing during this moment of solitude?
Eating.
Eating silently in the corner.
Screaming witch randomly into the desert.
Delcom would be
Actively perceiving.
pretending like he's looking at the map and doing that stuff, but actually trying to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Roll insight against your deception roll.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to roll insight. I'd like Delcom to roll deception.
Not doing a very good job.
Not very
of
good
it.
either, but
Let's hear the scores.
I got a 8.
with my proficiency, 12.
You notice the eavesdropping happening. What about Tootgrick?
I'm just having my lunch.
By the way, you have a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
I'm just having my lunch.
Just having my lunch, watching the horizon, just kind of scanning,
Yeah.
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 kind of mindlessly eating my White Castle and just kind of looking out there.
Oh man, that sounds so good.
So good.
White Castle, why can't we have it?
Right?
Only permitted while playing D&D, though.
I haven't had White Castle in probably over a decade.
Don't we roll perception?
What are you trying to perceive?
I don't know.
Danger.
Any danger? Yeah, give me a perception roll.
All right, I got. What kind of perception am I perceiving? Oh God!
Just perception.
Yikes! All right, I got a 9.
I said I was actively perceiving while I was eating. Do you want me to roll as well?
Sure.
Oh wow, I have food in my eye. Oh god, trying to eat with my eyeball. I got a 10, however. So
Everything seems
fine.
safe.
Under control, situation normal.
Yeah.
Looks clear.
damn this burrito in my eye.
So after a short rest that nobody really needed or asked for, We're on our way again. Let me get some more. Let me get some more survival rolls.
Okay.
Like, give me 4 more survival rolls with help and advantage from your friend.
Okay.
Just them.
If you are you helping them?
No,
to
no,
navigate?
I am not. No.
Ooh, that's going to be a 25.
Kind of hanging in the back.
This is like all for navigation purposes because we did pretty well on our way here.
25. 2 25s. 18. 19, sorry. 26.
Okay, and now everybody give me a percentile roll.
$93.
Jesus.
Wow.
57.
27.
22.
Okay. Great rolls, guys. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We'll resume this game in 15 minutes.
Okay. Word.